So I'll be carrying a penetration simulation attack using the Metasploit framework on Kali with the command prompt MSF console. I already downloaded and installed a Metasploitable tool framework. This is a vulnerable machine which will be representing the bank server. So I will just fire that up and leave it running. My Kali is already running, so I will bring it up. This is where we're going to be doing performing the attack from. So I will just type in MSF console. So whenever you hit enter, you are greeted with this splash screen of words, and so if you go through it, sometimes you can even find like puzzles and pawns inside. So if you go under, you will see we are in the Metasploit version 6. Alright, we have 2,437 exploits. So these are the exploits vulnerability that are built into this framework. Then we have the auxiliary. The auxiliary includes the scanners, the sniffers, the fusers, the spoofers, and other not exploitable features. Then we have the post. We have about 400 posts here. So the post is what you can perform when you are able to access a compromised host. Yes, when you have broken through the back of the machine, what you can do to maintain or cover your tracks. I have about 1,471 payloads. So payloads are the exploits that I can deliver. Yes, I'm just giving a background about what I've been able to learn in this journey before I carry out the exploitation. So it's just like a documented series for me. So we have the payload. Yes, then we will have the encoders. The encoders can be used to deliver the payload undetected to their destination. It's like a bypass, yes, to bypass different intrusion systems, the firewalls, without going unnoticed. And then we have the knobs. We have about 11. It's non-operations are used. It's called non-operations. Yes, they are used to keep the payload size consistent across different networks. Yes, it's also part of our evasion that we'll be carrying out today. Then we have 9 evasion. Lastly, so this is the category that I'm going to use as part of my techniques to get through some sort of defenses. Yes, some sort of defenses like honest play, what do you call it? All these patches that have been created to hinder me from carrying out the test play. So once the Metasploit framework, I'll go to the I need to tell it what to do. So they are listed by modules type, saying if this is an exploit, auxiliary, post, payload, or evasion. Yes, so there are a lot of Metasploit framework. You need to tell it what to do. Yes, you need to use so many things built in specific patterns like modules. They are listed by the module here. The type saying if it's an exploit, auxiliary, post, payload, or evasion, you need to specify. Then the target service, you need to tell it if you want to use an SMB, depending on what the vulnerabilities you've been able to analyze and scan for. FTP, the module name. That's a lot easier said from what I'm saying, but because there are a lot of them. There are thousands of different things you can use from the module. So I have recently just memorized one of them, which I will just bring up, and let's run and see what we get. Yes, we are in this payload. Yes, we are in this exploit rather. So what this means is exploit the Windows system over SMB. Yes, this is a network protocol, a server something. Then this is the version of the MS, and then this is yes, associated with Microsoft 2017. Yes, so this is for people that doesn't know this exploit that I'm using. This is a known this was a known as Eternal Blue, which was a large vulnerability back in 2017 and made up the core of the ransomware known as WannaCry. If you notice, my prompt have changed. Yes, from here we need to know the options available for this particular exploit. To do this, I will simply type in options. Yes, I will just simply type in options. You see the options available. Yeah, you will see that there are all the settings. Yes, in this exploit. Then this is a table that have all the settings for me to carry out the attack. For instance, you will see exploits. You will see exploit that has not been set up yet. If you see like current settings, you will see like this name pip hasn't been set up. Well, let me even show you the one that hasn't been, like the arrow host, which is very needed in this our exploitation, hasn't been set up yet. So, and is required. So you see they are required. So yes, this forms like my information gathering process before I start to run the exploits with all of this information. So I will exit out so that we can actually scan our network and start the, yes, I'm back with the command exit. Now I'm going to start the attack on the system. So I will scan with Nmap. I'm going to scan my IP. Yes, before I scan, sorry, let me use ifconfig to be able to know my IP rather. ifconfig. Yes, let's know our IP. Yes, we're running on this IP. I'm not going to use all the IP because I don't want to scan my particular Linux IP. I want to scan the IP on my machine. So I'm going to paste it. I will just type 192. Okay, I will use it like this. Yeah, I will take off these ones because I want to scan all the IPs related to my machines that I have on my system. So let's have a scan through. Yes, it's scanning. Let's give it some time. It's actually scanning the. So a scan has been carried out on all my machines on my local network. So you will see that there are some bad hosts, like all this open port in the first one. This is my network gateway. Yeah, so you see there is a bad host like this UPnP. They are all open. You see a lot of them that we can use to attack my gateway or try to attack. Then the one that we're concerned about is this one, which is the Metasploitable. This is having a lot of bad what do you call it, open ports. Yes, open ports, but I think more than. So now that the results are something of them, we'll look through this scan to see if there's anything that is vulnerable. So this is where I did my information gathering about this bank server to see the vulnerable port. So I've already done some vulnerabilities assessment, and I found out that this port CC67 TCP on service IROC is a vulnerable version. So that's what I'm going to target to show how I use Metasploit to go after this vulnerable machine in the ONRI, which is this ONRI version. Yeah, version demo. To do this, we're going to go back into the Metasploit console. Metasploit console. Yes, it's loading. So I'm going to use the vulnerability in this IRC daemon to find exploit to attack this machine. So what do I do? First, I'm going to search to see what exploits are available in the ROIC by hitting search. Okay, so all the exploits that have ROC in it will come up. Then if you look at line 40, there is one that has a vulnerability through the back door. So this is the one that we are going to use. So what this means this exploit target unit system, which is Metasploitable, that Metasploitable system that we already have as the bank, serving as the bank server, and target the IROC, which is the port that was 666 7. So it targets the unread IROC daemon 3281, and there is a backdoor in that version. So to use, instead of just typing this whole what do you call it, prompts, I will just use the number, which is use 40. Right? Yes, we are inside the exploitable version. So again, we look at the options, right? Yeah, here we go. So for these options, we're just going to set our arrow host and our arrow port. So it's not set. See, current setting is not set. So we're just going to set the two of them. So we already know what our arrow host is, that vulnerable machine that we have. So we're just going to type set arrow host. Then we'll copy it and put the IP machine to the IP. We'll just paste it. Then look at set it. Then if you check options again, you should see the arrow hosts being set. Okay, so if I try to run this exploit, it's not going to run because I haven't set my payload. So let me just show you what is going to happen when I click run. It's going to say a payload has not been selected. So in order to see the payload, I will just type show the payloads that are available. I'll just type payload. I have to put this. So yes, these are the payloads that are available. And to keep things simple, I will just use the first payload. And the first one is use payload. I will type cmd / unix / add. No, I will use the bind pair. Unix bind the bind. Let's go pair. So let's use one. That's the first one. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to set the payload. Let me see if I can come out of it and use and set rather. Set. Okay, let me go back to this. Oh, not this one. I have to copy it. Yeah, so I have set the payload here to be able to deliver my exploit. So yes, to check this, I will write show options to show you guys something what I did. So you see, I'm able to see my payload. My payload has been set. Now if I type run, yes, exploit is running. pause the video because it's taking a long time to run. So now I have a valid command session that is open within my Kali, my Metasploit, you see. So my Metasploitable, so I've been able to connect into the vulnerable machine using all these ports, the IP and the protocol. Look at the payloads. Yes, these are the things that we've been able to do.